Once again, we are back. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. We're going to kind of wrap this up in these last 5 minutes by pulling all of this together. Pam, I really appreciate it. Talking about moving forward, where do you see 2024, and what are your visions and your hopes moving forward?
Well, from my point of view, I'd like to make sure that this collaborative with the three of us continues and works well, which I feel it will, and then we'd like to invite others to the table that can help us. Just a quick note, how Courtney and I kind of got started a few years ago during COVID. We were finding so many of our patients were without food, and we were giving them a $50 gift certificate to go to a grocery store. Well, we soon realized that that $50 wasn't going very far, but if we were able to give that $50 to Bluffton Self-Help, they could provide even more food. And so we had a donor about 5 years ago that was interested in helping us with that. And so that's sort of gotten us into that point. And then we've had patients that have needed legal aid and just didn't know who to call. Eviction is a big one. That's been a big one that we've had.
What, now, meaning what? Someone cannot...
So I appreciate you asking that, because it's just a legal word and some people don't understand the full impact of it. So somebody gets an eviction notice on their door. They have 10 days from the date they receive that eviction notice to legally respond. Or it's just deemed this is what's going down. There's going to be a hearing. So 99% of folks, over 99% of folks in our service counties go unrepresented to eviction. And guess what happens?
They get evicted.
They're out on the streets. But when we've been able to represent folks, thankfully, we've got legal defenses. Sometimes the property management ledger is wrong. Oftentimes it's wrong. So they don't owe what is claimed owed, or they may owe nothing. And they're able to stay in their homes. We get evictions dismissed. They're improperly filed to give folks a little more time, or negotiate with the landlord.
What I really hear all three of you saying, that it's like bing, is you don't have to go through any of this alone.
That's
whether
exactly
it's health, whether it's food, whether it's education, whether it's legal issues. I don't have to be afraid to ask for help, because there is a structure to help you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, just hearing what you're saying, I can only imagine being a client. And I'm just trying to get food on the table and not be on the streets.
Right. Yeah.
To have someone to advocate for me. Do you need volunteers? Do you need funding? What's next?
Yes.
I know.
That's right. We want to spread the word for sure. That's something that we definitely want to do. We want people to know, both our funders and also our community members that may need us, and those that don't. We want them to find out what we do. Again, we're not a silo. We don't all operate by ourselves, and I think that's a big.
This is really a hand up for people. This is really what you said. It's educating them. It's really, you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
I mean, even listening to you explain one thing, eviction, it would be fun to continue these kinds of discussions, because I think many of us feel, we hear the word volunteers in medicine, we hear Bluffton Self-Help, we hear legal volunteers, but we don't really understand. Knowledge is power. I love it. I appreciate you taking time to join us today in this new year.
Of course.
Thank you so much, and congratulations on this collaboration. Any last pearls of wisdom for us, ma'am?
Well, I just thank these two organizations with working with us. We're most fortunate to be able to have this, and to have the enthusiasm that they bring and the safety net that they bring to our patients, that we're so appreciative of, and appreciate the opportunity for the TV station to come and listen to us and promote this.
It's pretty amazing. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining us here. See you later.